Please note, this session is being recorded.
Right. So as I said, like CSV file is form of your text file, and if you select Microsoft Excel, you'll get options like .xls, XLSX, or XLSM. What is this last one? Which
That
says
is where we have enabled the micros and babies.
exactly. So yeah, that is macro enabled Excel files. Okay. Fine. So yeah, the other day I was supposed to kind of push this workbook to Tableau public, but unfortunately it didn't work. I mean, I got disconnected. So today, before closing the session, we'll put this workbook on Tableau public so that we can see that how to deploy it. Right. So going back to the topic what we covered yesterday, the parameters. Did anyone try using parameters? Smriti, Bio, did you try parameters? Okay. See, basically, I would request you to do some practice. Otherwise, you'll forget all these things.
Yeah. So
At least even
from
for
now on, can we have some assignment kind of things?
yeah, today's Friday, Saturday, right? I was planning to give you one because tomorrow we will not have a class. So I was planning to give you some kind of small assignment today, so that during the weekend you can work. I mean, tomorrow you can work, right? And we can see that again on Monday. So that was the plan. Yes, I mean what I'm saying is like please do some. I mean, give just 30 minutes in a day. That is more than enough. But do the practice. That's very important. Okay. So yesterday we kind of created hierarchies and worked on it, right? We created two type of hierarchy, dynamic as well as the static one. Today we are going to cover a similar topic. What I mean, the exact task which I gave earlier. So let me just create a small view first of all, and then I'll repeat my use case. So this is the order date here, and I can take regions, then I can take some other field, for example, segment, and then we can take sales and profit. So under measures, we'll go ahead and take sales, and I can take profit also like this. Okay. Now my problem statement was in the current view, I have date which shows in the format of years. I have region, segment, and sales and profit, right? My requirement is I want to give user a flexibility so that if they wish, they should be able to see this in quarter. If they wish, they should be able to see in month. If they wish, they should be able to see this in day. Right? Now, if I repeat the exact problem statement what I was talking about the other day, I don't want these rows to be kind of broken. So, what was happening? If it is in, let's say, if it is in year format, this comes like this. If I show it in month, I was getting these breaks. I mean, I don't see a continuous line. If I move further, I get month, but again there is no continuous line. So this was the challenge the other day we had. Now, how to resolve this? How to give user flexibility that they can see this data with year, quarter, or whatever granular level of date they select. but it should be continued. It should not break in between. Ideas, guys. What would you do here? In other words, I would say, for example, this is in month, right? If I just keep it month here, I'll get a continuous row. But nobody can tell whether this January has data related to 2015, 16, 17, or all together. Because it is just the month names. I'm not sure what it is. Nobody can say whether it's correct or incorrect. How to give this clarity to user so that they know, okay, if it is January, it belongs to 2016 or 17.
Do we create a filter?
Filter, okay, sure. Let me create a filter. Filter based out of date, right?
Yes.
So show filter, and over here I can say it from, yeah. So right now it is showing related to 2016. Then I have 2017 or I have 2018. But how to my original question, if I just click on this sign, it will break into days, but again there is no continuous row. Or if I go to years, right, I have one continuous row. If I go further, so this continuity is not there. We are able to solve the purpose like it is related to 1 year, one particular year, not the total one. But still, my original problem is still there. The continuous flow.
We want so that we'll be able to see the month, year, and the month and year, right?
Yeah.
Month and year, month.
No, we can do that. I mean, if you just remove this quarter from here, now you see month and year are there,
Okay.
right? But because of this filter, it is showing only 1 year at a time. If I do all, it will show like this, right? Each
Okay.
year and different months. But my question was if 2016, 17, 18, they are in sequence, right? It should be a continuous row, continuous trend, right? It's breaking. I don't want these breaks. In order to do trend analysis or time series, I need a continuous trend, right? If it shows discontinuity in between, I may not be able to do analysis over it. Okay, so let me go ahead and do something over here. So basically, in order to seek show continuity, what I just need one field here. At the place of two, I need one field. Right. So it is year and month right now. There are two fields. That's why, I mean, as many fields you will put here, those many breaks you will see in the total chart or graph. For example, if I select one particular year, so for each month you will see one pane, right? One block will be there for 1 month. So that's why we cannot show this as a continuous row. So, in order to show a continuous trend, you need to have one and only one field here. If you have only one field here or one value at a time, for example, what happens if I select 2016? So it will show me the trend, continuous trend for 2016. But if I do all, there would be discontinuity. So in order to avoid this, I'll come up with one calculated field, and that would be the combination of information what user want to see, right? When I say user want to see, basically, if they want to see yearly data, they should be able to see that. If they want to see the monthly data, they should be able to see that. If they want to see the weekly data, they should be able to see that out of one field itself, right? And that is the purpose which we are going to solve here using calculated field and parameter, right? Two things, calculated field and parameter to solve this problem. So first of all, as I said, like through one field, they'll be able to see weekly, monthly, yearly by changing the values in parameters. They need not to click anywhere, or they need not to work like this through these hierarchies. They can simply change a value in that parameter and it will automatically show a continuous trend across different years, months, quarters, and days, depending on selection what they do. Okay, so that's a problem statement. Now, in order to solve that, we will use one parameter and one calculated field, right? So let's go ahead and start creating a parameter first of all. I will say here date selection values. I can take string, I'll take a list, and I'll go with one, maybe year, we'll say yearly. Two, as in I'll put quarterly. Three I can put as monthly, and fourth I can put as daily. I'll just close this. So my parameter is ready. I can click here and say show parameter control. I've just removed the filter. Okay. Next thing, I will go ahead and create one calculated field. Now, as I said, they should be able to change values depending on these values in a parameter or this parameter. So I need to put a logic accordingly in this calculated field. If it is yearly, it should represent years. If it is quarterly, it should represent quarter. And if it is monthly, it should represent month. So how would we do that? Let me say date
Hmm?
calculation, and we'll say if date selection, which is my parameter, is equal to 1 means string 1, then it should show years of order date, right? Next I will say else if date selection is equal to 2, then it should show, for 2 I'm saying that it should show quarter. So for that I'll go ahead and do a formula for quarter. Now date name, let's try this formula. It says date name and I need to pass quarters, then my date, which is order date, and close the bracket. Else if date selection is equal to 3, then it should say date name, month, comma, order date, and else, three things we have already taken: yearly, quarterly, monthly. Now remaining is daily. So we'll simply say it should show date of order date. And end the condition. Right? My condition is fine. Now there are some issues with this, so that we need to handle. It shows the red line under this quarter, which means it says argument quarter must specify year month extra. So either spelling is wrong or okay, quarter. Fine. Let's say if this formula is not there, what else we can do? If it is not recognizing quarter, what else can be done here? Okay, it is there. It says example. Okay, date trunk. Okay, let me try this. It says quarter is a recognizable quarter. Okay, yes, I think it recognizes that, but there is another issue now. It says expected integer found string result types if expression must. So what happens? These results, what we are trying to create here, they are string type. Sorry, they are integer type. However, my values over here are string type. So we just need to convert these values into string. That we can do using str. I think it was year already. We'll say str bracket start bracket close. Okay. Str. We are converting everything in string. Str. And the last one str and bracket close. Fine. Now it says calculation is valid. So what we have done, using the parameter, the four values, we have derived this calculation here, right? Now, though we have these things in formula and converted those in a string, I'll come to that, right? I'll discover this later once we implement this. There is another thing, because these are going to be the numbers and it will not be visible in a very good manner. So we'll just first of all say apply. Okay. Date calculation, it was in a string, so that's why it came here. Now I'll just remove this complete order date what we had already on this view, and we'll drag this particular field here, date cal. So I'll convert this into trend also. Okay, I can't see that right now. Okay, fine. So this is year 2016. It will be like this, yeah. It is 2016, 17, 18, all 4 years when it is yearly. If I say quarterly, it has 1, 2, 3, 4. Still, there is the same problem what we had in earlier in the previous implementation. But the thing is, I'm able to show monthly, yearly, quarterly, daily using this particular parameter. Now, how should we show a continuous trend what I was talking about? That is still not there. Though I'm changing these values, but I have a specific view continuous, but it's not telling me whether if it is monthly what all years it has, right? So in order to do that, I'll go back to my calculated field once again, say edit. So if you see here year, for year I think this view is fine. There is no problem. I'm able to see data related to all 4 years in continuity. There is no issue. But as soon as I go to month or quarter, I don't know like which year this quarter belong to, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Either I can go ahead and implement that same filter what bio you told earlier. We can put that year filter. I'll be able to see that. But in that case, I'll not be able to see the whole data across all the years. I'll be able to see data for one particular year at a time. So in order to make a view for all the years, I need to add year component with this quarter, which means I'll go ahead, copy this and put this, and I can say plus. So what I'm trying to do is I'm concatenating year component with my quarter component. The same thing I will do for month also, because my data is confusing me with monthly calculations too. The same thing can be done. Okay, I'll leave year day right now. For day, I need to see something else. So let's apply this and we'll see here now what is happening. So quarterly, it says 2016 1, 2, 3, 4, then 17 1, 2, 3, 4, 18 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it has shown me a continuous trend for all the years with their respective quarters. If I select monthly, it's going to show me the monthly trend for different years starting from April 2016. Okay, now there is a problem. Do you know what's the problem? Yes, it has shown me a continuous trend, but there is a problem. Guys, what's the problem? Tell me. You are able to see the data. Now, what's the issue here?
Yeah, the red line is broken somewhere near January, even the orange line sometimes.
Broken lines. Are you talking about lines like this?
Yes, 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 exactly.
Okay. So this thing can be happen because there is no data in between, right?
Okay.
Right. But my worry is not that. My worry is because I created this calculated field and I put it here. So what is happening? If you see the order has got disturbed. It's April, August, December, then Feb, January, July, June, right? And then all of a sudden it's after May, it is November, then October, September. So the order of month is not correct here. It is doing a alphabetical ordering, right?
Yeah.
It's an alphabetical order. That is what it is showing.
If we
So
change that to number,
exactly, if we can change that to number, we'll be able to solve this problem. So If you see this month calculation, if we apply this monthly calculation here, I think we should be able to do it. So at the place of date name, I'll simply take month. For quarters, that's working fine, but for month, it's not. STR month, I mean whatever number I will get, I'll just convert that into integer. Okay, now see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until 12. Then again for 2017 and then 2018 and then 2019. Got it? So that is showing a continuous trend here. Now these points where Smriti told that the data points seems to be broken, these are missing data because it doesn't have that data. Okay. If I go to quarterly, that was already, we were already good. If I go to yearly, that's fine. Now, if I go to daily, you will see many breaking points. The reason being, it's again because of the data points, but it's not showing that right now because we have not put any logic related to daily data. So daily data need three calculation in one go. When I say three calculation, we need to tell years, we need to tell the month also, right? Because if I say first date, it will repeat every month and every year also. I mean, in every year, in every month, it will repeat. So I need to show three components with day. So for that, I'll just take this complete syntax and concatenate with day. I say apply. And now if you see what it is showing, 2016 first month and third day, 2016 first month and fourth day. So this is how it will kind of break my data into daily, data points. Now you will not see a continuous trend because it is going to show the data point available on that particular day. Let me remove one measure out of it, just one measure, but your data point will remain exactly the same. We can show monthly, we can show quarterly, we can show yearly data points, right? So, have you, Smriti, have you ever come across such a requirement in any other tool what you are working on?
I mean, like this drill up kind of requirement.
Yeah, I mean, showing the continuous data points and all.
No, Satya.
Okay, okay. You are working on MicroStrategy, right?
Yeah, I have used MicroStrategy, but
Okay.
yeah, here the requirements are like very stringent, means typical kind of requirement, not this level of analysis.
Okay. Okay. But what about you? I mean, have you came across such requirements in your assignments?
No,
Okay, so I mean, I basically want to know like what type of problem statements generally you get in your current assignments or uh, the projects which you guys have worked on.
basically, I've not really done any project apart from the other one. The other one I showed you the last time. That's just it.
Yeah.
I'm at the entry level, so not really done. I've not really done.
Uh, yeah. Okay, fine, fine. So that was the one thing. Now let's do another kind of visualization. So let me first of all show date parameter. I'll drag the similar fields again. Let's say region, and I will drag segment, and let's do profit measures profit, and we'll take one date also. Let's say order date, and we'll show trend. Okay, so now the question is, in the current scenario, I'm able to see 2016, 17, 18, and 19 in a continuous trend. It's a complete trend line which I'm able to see. But if I need to show the comparison of 2016 versus 17, or 17 versus 18, or 18 versus 19, how should we do that? Any idea? My requirement is to show trends of, or let me simplify this view first of all. Let me remove segment. Now you see one line in a for each region, right? As per requirement, I want to show two lines here depending on my selection, and two lines will be related to current year and previous year. Basically, I want to show the comparison of current year versus previous years. I don't want to show all the years and one trend line. I want to show the comparison of current year versus previous year. I can select 2018 as a current year. It should show the comparison with 2017. If I select 2017 as a current year, it should show me comparison with respect to 2016. How should we implement that visualization? Everybody understood the requirement, right?
Yes.
How can we do that? Now think about implementation. And these are the real, business requirements what we get from product owners or from the business side. So you will come across very, very often against these such requirements. Tell me, I mean, give me some hints. I will do it for you. But yes, at least tell me that what would you do? Let's say you got this requirement. What type of efforts you will put?
I will try to draw line charts.
That is
Um,
already there.
yeah,
Then
better we'll take two instances of the same measures and try to compare those, because we in one instance we'll be taking 2016, let's say, and the other instance we'll be taking 2017.
two
Maybe
instances. I've already taken two instances, but
maybe
How did,
dual axis.
so
Like
like,
in cricket matches, we'll see that line graph comparing the performance over the 50 hours, right? For
mhm,
both the teams.
yep,
I was thinking in that way.
right. I mean, that's the end product what we're looking for.
Can we apply two different filters to both the axes?
Two different filters. Two different filters of date or some other field.
Yeah, on date, let's say for the first axis, we'll keep 2016. For the right side one, we'll keep 2017.
No,
I
but
don't know if that is possible.
see, on one particular field, see, in the current situation, what I did, I have dragged that same field twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I apply filter on one, it will be applicable to both.
Yes.
Right. So that's the constraint. Okay. See, my problem statement was I want to give user a flexibility to kind of select current year so that they'll be able to see current year and previous year as a, you know, comparison, right? They will get only 2 years in a book. So what my plan is to do, see, if I put it here, right, what are you able to see? You are able to see just, I've dragged year here, right? You are able to see central, sorry, four dots related to, or four circles related to each year. If I just give one, if I just kind of, drag this order field once again and maybe select month over here, and let me remove this profit, not of any help. So what do we have? Quarter of order now. Let's say it is month only. Jan, Feb, March. Fine. Okay. So it's changing together, right? It is not solving my purpose. It shows month and it shows profit and month of the order date. No, that's not what I need. That is not what I need. Okay. Another thing could be done as, let's say this is month already here. I can drag order date onto colors. What would happen? Four trends are there, right? It's not solving. It's not solving the purpose what I'm looking for. In my problem statement, I said I want user to give a flexibility to select current year, and basis that they will see the comparison of current year versus previous year, which means I need to have some filter mechanism or parameter through which they will select current year, right? So I'll go ahead and create a current year. Sorry, a parameter to select current year. I will say current versus previous. We'll take, let's say, integer this time. No, no, not integer. It will be again string, and we'll say 1 or 2. For 1, it will be current years. For 2, it's going to be previous years. Okay, fine. So I have got one parameter here that says current year versus previous years. No, no, not this one. Sorry. I need a parameter which will tell me that which is my current years. Okay, so this is wrong. Sorry. You need to go there again and simply call it current years, and over here you need to give values of your different years so that you can identify which is your current years, right? Now I'll get all the values from field. We'll go to results and sorry, it's going to be date. We'll take this results and order date. Do I need this? No, I need years. Date. Okay. Okay, I won't be able to do it. So simply let me put it as string and I will say 2018, 2016, 2017, 2019. Right? It says integer number and I have given all 4 years. Yes. You say okay, will show this and it will show me all the years. Right? So because I took it as integer, that's why it is taking that comma. But I will have flexibility to either change the format like y so that it okay, let me take it string only so that I will not get that comma. 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. That integer format, the comma which I was getting, it is not here now, but I can select my current years. Okay, I'll create another field, calculated field. We'll say it current versus previous, and over here I will say if my current year, this is parameters, yes, if this has 2016, sorry, 2017, then show. Okay, now tell me, I need to write a condition that if my current year parameter has 2017 as a value, right, it should show me only 2017 and 16 data. If it has 2018, it should show me only 2017 and 18 data. If it has 19, it should show only 2018 and 19 data. What can we write in the condition?
We can take year of order date in 2016, 2017.
But I mean, but logically, how will I write yes?
We'll write like year of, like we did in the previous calculated field, year of order date in. Okay, I got you.
I need 2 years in ago. So I need 2017. Let's say if it is 2017, I would need 2016 and 17 both.
We need to show 2017 and 2016, right?
Yes. If it is to, I mean, if current year is 2017, it should show 2016 and 17.
So if current year is 2017, then show 2016 as 0.
Then, can you please repeat that?
As was like saying, if at the current year is 2017, then show 2016 as 0.
2016 as 0.
Mhm. Don't know if that makes sense.
Right.
Let me ask a quick question. Is like the calculated field is something you use very much in Tableau, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand that. And what's the difference between S and X if?
Okay, else and else if basically else means that's the last condition you are applying. Else if means you can have further nested conditions. That is just
Okay.
for the multiple conditions here.
Okay. S if is for multiple conditions.
Correct, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let me just think. If it is 2017, what should be? If year is 2000,
Uh,
okay.
Now, the calculated field, is it that in Tableau, the calculated field replaces SQL because
It's a
the
it's kind of that you can say because these are just the conditions what you apply. Yes. Apart from this, there is no other language what you would write.
so basically you don't use SQL in Tableau.
No. Okay, by applying this condition, what I'm doing, if my current year and the order date, year of order date is equal to, then 1 else 0. Okay, that's a one level. I would identify what is my current year. Okay, okay, I got it. So that is the first thing what I have done. Second thing would be else if current year, which is the parameter, is equal to year minus 1. Then again, it should show 1, else 0, and end the condition. Okay. What do you think? Will it work? What I'm trying to do is for current year as well as previous years. For both, I'm trying to show 1. No, this condition will fail because my current year is equal to order year, that is possible. But in that case, current year minus 1, if I do, it will not work because my current year is string this minus 1. Okay. Again, I need to convert that into str. Okay. What do you think? Will it work? Or does it sound right? First of all, tell me this. Work, whether it is going to work or not, we'll see that. But does it sound right as per my requirement? My intent,
If the first condition satisfies, then the second one also will. And if the first
exactly.
one fails, the second one also fails.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to make my current year as well as previous year as true, and all other years will be false, right? Whatever value I select here, that will be true, as well as a value which is,
Yeah.
just before that, that will also be true. Okay, let me see. I think it should work, but we'll drag this. Sorry, this was the field. Okay,
Can I
but
try
this,
like this? If current year equal to string of year of order date, then maybe less than 2018, order date less than 2018 or something like that.
just give me 1 minute, okay? We'll
Yeah.
try that. I have selected 2019, so I should get one against, not this field.
So yeah, I think basically what will happen is when the first if condition satisfies,
Right?
it will go to the else if part. It will not check for 2016 again unless it is a nested if uh, with this tree ladder kind of else if it will return one and it will exit from there. That's it.
No, no, so it
Because
will,
if
will it exit? Because I have used else if. It will check this as well as this, both conditions. It's a else if what I have used, right? It should check both. What I was trying to
but
see,
but it will return only one value, right? Any point of time.
let's see. I just exported that data here in CSV. I don't have that value. 2019 one. Okay, it's showing only one value at a time. I think you are right. It should have shown me the values for all the years. So whatever I'm selecting here, it shows one for that only. Current versus previous. Okay.
Yeah, because the control is never going to the rest of the part actually. But if we can make this if as a nested if kind of structure, I think then it will work.
Okay, so
Yeah, instead of writing that one after then, we can
mhm,
write again then.
like this.
uh,
I don't know whether these two conditions will.
no, this if will follow the then again.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
yes.
If
I don't know if the syntax is. We have to make two ends.
then if this then okay, one more hand will come. Yes. Okay, let's see. So if I say 17, no, it's still the same. It's not. It's giving the current year only. So I
Yeah.
need at least 2 years. Okay, current year. Okay. Let me try to do one more thing. So this is the one calculated field which I created. I will say this as current current years. If I create a replica of it and will say it as previous year, rename, and over here I should use
You have to remove one end. There are two ends.
no, it's not working. I remember I implemented this
Can
earlier.
we write a while loop or something?
Loop. Loop I would not kind of recommend here. Otherwise, that would be kind of turn it slow. Because it will look what happens in Tableau, whatever calculation you apply, right? That checks every row, each row. So if you apply loop and all, it is going to be very slow as we go, right? Let me think about it. I mean, it's doable. I have done it in past. So I'll just think about it, like how can we achieve it? We need current year versus previous year in order to show the comparison. Two lines, same month, and two lines. Okay, fine. Let's meanwhile, move to some other use case. Okay, we covered couple of dual accesses, right? There was one use case like this, wherein you can have cross table and profit. right? What if I want this color combination to be done as per my wish? Right now you can see there are a number of colors over here, but what I want, if profit is less than 1000, it should be red. If it is more than 1000, it should be green. How would you implement that condition? So I want a conditional formatting basically. It is already a conditional formatting here, but it is kind of driven by the volume, which is a native scheme of Tableau. But what I want this to be a custom calculation. If it is less than 1000, it should be red. If it is more than 1000, it should be green. How can we, drive that logic?
Do we use a filter parameter?
Mhm. Parameters. No, we just want to kind of do this formatting. I don't want, kind of user to select anything. It is just the formatting I want. So until unless we don't need any, kind of intervention from users, we don't, give any kind of filter or parameter. Over here, we simply want, like, if it is less than or equal to 1000, it should be red, and if it is more than that, it should be green. So that's a static, uh, yeah, kind of a static formatting, wherein we don't need any input from users. So parameter will not come here. We can
So
simply, yeah, please go ahead.
do we format it? Do we go to colors and format it?
So over here we have, these mini scales. Apart from this, the stepped color is there, reserved color is there, full color range is there, and start and end points are there. And what is my center, that we can, kind of use. So, start definitely we can do like this, and center we can place, let's say 1000. I'll try that. So, and I want only two stepped colors. So basically, let's say two step process, and starting from red, ending with green. And center I kept 1000 because after 1000 I want green, and before 1000 I want red. So let's apply this, right? It's possible. But in case I need to, let's say, it was just dual color, right? Two colors over here. So it was easy to do. But let's say it increases. I need to give one more range kind of thing. So from 1000 to 2000, it should be yellow or some other color. It is exactly 100% correct if it is just two range, yeah, two colors which I want. But in case we want more, then what? Or maybe there could be 10 also. We don't have those many center kind of. Here we add center, so that's why it is easy. But if I need to give multiples, then there will be a problem. Even if I say centered, it won't help me because it will automatically divide that colors into different portions. Now I don't know like which color is for which range. Okay, so the customization is possible using your custom field. You can use a custom field to kind of put n number of ranges or n number of levels into your conditions. So what I'll do here, we'll go here and say color condition and we'll type if sum of profit is equal to is less than or equal to 1000, then let's say read what I'm saying, else let's say else if sum of profit is greater than 1000 and less than or equal to 2000, then maybe yellow. We can put one more condition here.
That will be and yeah, in between two conditions. And the
Just
middle condition should be
what are you saying, Smriti?
yeah, in between both the conditions it should be and. I think by mistake I kept.
Okay, this and right. Else if it is greater than let's say 2000 and less than or equal to 3000, then maybe some other color, for example let's say blue, or else I would like it to be green and then end, right? So just one point to be noted here. I have just given the color initials here, right? This is not going to make any impact over the colors. This is for my help or my understanding. I have given means like red means red, Y yellow, B blue, G as green. Tableau don't understand these initials. So I just kind of created this field. What we need to understand is like we need to specify these colors and tell Tableau, okay, this color means this. So we need to go here, edit color. Now B means blue, that's fine. G means green, so we need to select this and then we need to select this kind of card so that a right color will get assigned. Red, yellow means yellow. You can choose any other color themes also. For example, traffic light. So here you will get a better yellow color, green, red, or maybe red this one. Blue is not here, so you can choose any other palette and apply colors. So as soon as you do that, you get that color here. Now we have got color on each label, we just need to increase the size so that it occupies the complete cell. No, but it doesn't look right in the current scenario. Why? Because this 48,000 is not coming like that. Okay, yeah. Why it is not coming like that? Because I told that we are going to kind of cover this as a dual axis chart. It is possible only in kind of dual axis chart. So what I'll do, I think we created a calculated field in the beginning wherein we had one. I think dummy was that field. Yes. So we'll just drag dummy over here, make it attribute, and now we'll say show header. Header will go away, and then you can increase the size. Right now it shows the right color, right? For each number, whatever category it falls into, it shows that color only. If it is less than 1000, it will show red. If it is greater than 1000 and less than 2000, it will show yellow. And if it is more than 2000 and less than 3000, it will show blue. And if it is greater than 3000, it will show green. Right? So for color notation is right, but in case we need to show this in a complete table, that scenario is still not there. We just dummy. Okay. Fine. Guys, it is a little confusing here, but you just tell me, are we able to understand what exactly I was trying to do? It's really confusing. I was not thinking that it will be that complex, but yes. Both the scenarios went little higher, on the side of complexity. Tell me about your doubts and questions. I'll take it again.
I didn't understand that dual axis part.
Okay. No, no, it's not right now. It is not dual axis,
Yeah.
right? It's not dual axis. There is a similar use case with the dual axis also. I'll cover that.
Okay.
Wherein, see what is happening right now. It's relate the color scheme what we have created, right? Custom color scheme. This is applicable to all the columns. There would be another scenario wherein let's say I have two measures, and for each I want a different color scheme. Then the dual axis chart will come into picture.
Yeah.
Right. So if you are using single measure, then dual axis will not come in picture. If you are using two measures or more than two measures, then dual axis chart will come in picture in case you want different color scheme for different measures. Right. But the condition what we applied, how we created that calculated field, and then how we are showing it's a KPI kind of view wherever depending on the number we are showing the color.
Yes.
Right. That is this. Apart from this, you can show, symbols also. Symbols, when I say, basically this, and you can drag your signs over here. And now, like for blue is, sorry, red is kind of negative or less than 1000. You can show this icon, right? For green, which is going up, fine. Blue is again towards positive, and yellow is, so you can apply any of these signs, and accordingly your matrix will show up or appear here. So which is going plus, which is negative, which is whatever you want. I mean, you can select a particular symbol and show it in terms of KPIs.
Yeah.
Okay. I think bio is facing some internet connectivity issue. It's getting disconnected. Okay. So let's show one more chart. We have this histogram. Do we know why histogram is used? It's disabled here, but why histogram is used? Do we know that? What is the use of histogram?
Quantitative data with
Okay. So histogram is basically, you know, uh, what it does, it divides your data in small, small buckets, and then it shows, you can say, the frequency or the volume in those buckets. Right? So, for example, let's say, yeah, I mean, in the current example, what we did, we kind of just divided our data into different categories: blue, green, red, yellow. Now, if I say, like, how many elements were there in yellow category, how many elements were there in red category, so I can divide my data in small small chunks, and I can create small buckets. In that I would know like these many elements are there in this bucket, these many elements are there in this bucket. But right, that's the primary principle for histogram. Now the condition is those buckets should have a common range, similar range, not the common range, similar range, right? When I say similar range, basically I can divide my data into, let's say, n number of buckets, but each bucket will have similar size. Maybe starting from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, or it could be 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, like that, right? The range size will be same. And then we need to know like how many elements fall into those particular bucket, right? So what histogram does, if you see here, it plots those buckets into bar graph, and highest the bar will mean show that we have most of the elements into that particular bucket, right? It's a kind of frequency distribution what it shows. Frequency distribution, if you read statistics, it will tell the frequency of a elements falling into a certain bucket. So when we say bucket, in other language it is called as bin, right? So over here in Tableau we call it bin, and that is what we need to create in order to enable histogram first. Until unless you don't have a bin, you will not be able to create histogram. So I need to create first of all bins on some measure. So let's say I'll select profit. No, let me select quantity and then we'll create bins. So create bins. We created parameter, calculated field. Now we'll create bin. Later on we'll go ahead and create group. So bins, and over here, this is telling me that the size of bin will be this, right? If you want, you can change it. You can have 4, 5, whatever you want, right? But over here it tells us that for a particular product, my minimum quantity is 1 and maximum quantity is 14. So, which means if we do like this, we have taken the size of bin as 5, which means under 14, how many bins can be created? Guys, if you have maximum number of 40 and you want to divide that into 5, how many bins you can create?
2.
2 or 3, right? 0 to 5, 5 to 10, and 10 to 14. 3 bins. So which means if I say OK here, under my data, I will have 3 bins created. Now I can go ahead, select this column and this column. You will see, okay, it says histogram 1 measure. Fine. Let me bins and profit. Let me drag it by my own. It will be on column side always. So 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, and starting from 10 to 14. So you can see it's a 0th bin, it's a second bin, and it is a third bin. 3 bins are created, and if you are plotting profit over it, this is the frequency. Now let me drag another field here, let's say quantity. Now if you see still the same, the quantity, let me show labels. Now you'd see that maximum of my products are being sold with the second level of quantity, or you can say the most of the products are sold in 5 to 10 quantity. That is why you see the maximum frequency here and lowest frequency here. So there are very less number of products which are sold more than kind of 10 in quantity. Getting this point?
bins means is it a kind of range?
Yeah, it's a range. It's 0 to 5. It's a 5 to 10, and it is 5 to 14. Sorry, 10 to 14. Because I had 14 as maximum number, right? Let's say if I go ahead and change the bin size, maybe 3. So out of 14 and 3, so 5 bins will get created, right? Now if you see, my maximum products are being sold into this range, which is 3 to, sorry, it's 0, I gave 3, size of bin as 3. So it is 3 to 6, basically 3 to 5, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the quantities wherein my maximum products are being sold, right? Is it making sense?
Yeah, but just one confusion. How can zero be a part of any bin? Because let's say I will say like I'm selling zero products, zero quantity of products. That is not making any sense.
No, 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 no. It's
It
not
should be
zero actually. It's a zeroth bin, first bin. The range of this is 0 to 3. So 0,
okay.
1,
Array
and 2.
like
Yeah,
index.
right. So those things will come here. Now starting from 6 to 3 to 6 will come under this. 6 to 9 will come here. 9 to 11
12.
will come here. 12, yeah. And 12, 30, sorry, yeah, 12, 13, 14 will come under this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so this was the histogram. Again, I mean, if you want, you can plot something else also with this. Maybe right now quantity is there, you can say profit and show trend line for this. Make it dual axis and synchronize your axis. For quantity, again, go back and show bars. So this is how you would see the comparison of bins, quantity bins versus profit. So this was the bin wherein we were selling most of the products in bulk, and this is making the maximum profit also, right? Here, there are very less product which are sold in kind of, more than 10 in numbers, but they are making very less profit. It could be small products, right? Now, how to do this analysis whether this is a small product or not, right? What I'll do, I'll just go ahead and fetch this particular sheet, which is sheet 20 here. And well, I had one sheet wherein we had products. Maybe this one, yeah, 17. So I'll drag 17 also. Okay, now if you see over here, if I select this particular quantity, sorry, this one, what it will show, this is showing these products: document frame, cubes and bins, desk accessories, right? Small binding comms. These are the small products. If I go into this, again, it has some office related things only. Storage hooks, wall clock, cleaner, adhesive, magnets, refrigerator. And this one, the bucket wherein, least number of products are sold in bulk, has these filter sleeves, adhesive. So it's a mix and match basically. But you can figure out that which products are there. So Xerox machines, you can see. Most of those Xerox machines are coming into first bucket. We have
How we are
settings,
linking how we are
filters, right?
linking yeah both these plots how we are linking when we are clicking on one plot how it is controlling.
Okay. Basically, Tableau provides you action filter in dashboard, right? So action filter, you can directly implement using this option. Like use this sheet as filter. I'm already using it, so that's why it is showing don't use it. But if you click here, use as a filter, as many sheets you will drag onto this dashboard. If you select any item here, it's going to filter out elements related to this particular point in other sheets, right?
Okay.
If you want to see the details, you can go to action filter, edit this, and you will see what it does. So from dashboard 1, sheet number 20, it is using as a filter, and on click or select, it will show the related values in all of the sheets. It's a source, it's target, right? We'll cover this in detail in some other session because it will be very useful once you have number of sheets in one dashboard. Okay, let me just
Yeah.
put this workbook on Tableau public, save to Tableau public, save as. Tableau Survey Publishing does not permit external. Okay, close. Okay, so Tableau Public works with the maximum of these many rows of data. That data in this workbook exceeds the limit. Okay, I'll close this as I think I'm not using it. Save. This is the same pop-up you will get once you will try to push a Tableau workbook to Tableau server. As soon as it has posted, you'll get it here. Okay, so using these arrows, you can navigate from one sheet to another. Or you can select these things, these sheet names, and move from one sheet to another. This
So
one.
from my
Just
Tableau public, can I access this one?
from your Tableau public.
Yeah.
So, see, I'll just share this URL. You can access it anywhere. Uh, this URL, I'll just put it into. Okay, I'll put it into WhatsApp as soon as it opens, so you can access it from anywhere.
Can I put it onto this chat here?
Okay, yes, we can do that. You got it right?
Yes.
Okay, you can try to open that. So it will
Yeah,
be
I can
accessible.
see.
Yeah. So once we create the dashboard, you will have a better idea how to publish the complete workbook and then how to kind of show it. Because right now, because of the drawback or the limit in Tableau public, it is not that accessible, right? I need to go here and click on a sheet, and then it kind of loads that sheet here. It's blank. Date parameter. Yep. Okay, I'll take a look of the that task what we were working on, like to show previous and current, and then Monday we'll cover that again. Okay, assignment related to the project. I'll draft a problem statement and we'll share sample data by evening today, so that you can work on it tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I think that's all then for today. Right. Before we drop, do you have any question, Smriti and Bio both? Any questions?
I'll try to go through all these classes over this weekend, and I'll try to replicate this scenario which you have explained. Maybe
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Monday, come up with some.
Okay, sure. All right then. Bye bye, everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
So when is the next class? Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday, bye. Monday.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Good night.
Bye bye.